Greetings to you. This is Brother Salih this morning, coming to you representing the Zeptepi Institute. And I wanted to touch on the subject of the coming of God or God in person and how that ties to the concept of self-knowledge. If you study the scriptures always end up with this climax of good versus evil, and then the ultimate triumph of good, and then the people that says that they would be with God and God would be there with them, and they'd be together. So this ideal of God in person is what the coming of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad represented. When Master Farad Muhammad came to America, this whole thing is centered around the God in person, when God and man align and become one. Now, what does this have to do with the knowledge of self? See, if you study the teachings of our ancestors, they inform you that God is the very source and essence of your being, and that our focus is under the gravitational pull of our senses and moves outward into this three-dimensional physical world, which, we have just about all of our experience. Now, the times that we have experienced outside of this realm is generally through sleep, when we sleep and during the dream state. The dream state and that which we call trance, or that which has been called hypnosis or hypnotic state, all these are representative of another state of consciousness when you are not gravitated towards the experience of your senses, but when you move inwardly into another stream of consciousness. And so our teaching is about that, about how to get to that place in yourself where you're in union with God and when you can communicate with the divine. Now, the trance state is one that we know you can arrive at by a certain way of breathing. They call it diaphragmatic breathing, and the use of what you call the pneumogastric nerve, which runs from the brainstem all the way down to like the anus, or the anal, the coccyx is what it's called, right? And if you study some of the Eastern systems about chakras and energy centers and meridians and all that, you'll see that you have energy that flows up and down, but that energy, that's one part. You begin to work and become in contact with that part of yourself. And that experience is of another aspect of your own being. Most of us have never even went that way, or never even spent much time looking inward. But this is where we have to move now. We have to learn to move inward, because that's where we're going to get our guidance. That's where our understanding is going to be evolved, and that's where the knowledge that's going to make this new world is going to come from. So this is Brother Salih, just wanting to touch on this topic just a little bit, because we're going to build on it in increments. And so I hope you hang around and stay tuned for the ride. Thank you for listening. Peace be with you.